Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, hey, real quick, one thing that we ran into last night, make sure, well, we shouldn't have a problem. It was AJ's issue last night why they couldn't hear.
Oh, hey, we're live, dude.
One thing that we ran into last night, make sure, well, we shouldn't have a problem.
Do you want me to read?
We're live, dude.
That sounds funny. Okay, we are live here from the Midnight Broadcasting Network. Gonna have a teaser race tonight with the. Man, I should have wrote all this down. Teaser draft race tonight with the Developmental series. We have NRG in the booth tonight. We have AJ Storm and everybody's favorite Smoke Fan. I think all the guys on the track are happy Smoke Fans in the booth and out there driving around. So, AJ, we'll start with you. What are you looking for in this race tonight?
Oh man, it's really going to be exciting. These guys really put on a show last night, and guys like Noco, AK Racing, people like that, they really showed their true talents and speed, and they got an opportunity to race in tonight's race. In big guys, Pocono didn't go so well, but overall, I really think as a group we're going to grow and become stronger, just like this community's getting stronger every day. Very proud of what everyone, like the eight intercore guys have done so far. You, myself, NRG, Smoke, Bags, Pats, Saints, Diesel Piles, MP Roofer even. MP Roofer, if without him, this race wouldn't even be going on. He's trying to help develop and expand, and like we're saying, we're trying to get people, anyone's invited to the Developmental Series. Just get a hold of anyone, really. We'll get you in the chat. And I'm going to let Smoke Fan go on after this.
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity to let some of these drivers showcase what they really are made of. We already seen last night AK Racing, Noco, a few others. There's some good drivers out there. I'm interested to see if they can put on a good show for night number 2. Pass it on to NRG.
Yeah, you guys pretty much covered it all. There's quite a few guys in this race that were in the race last night, which was fun to watch more than anything. You know, we'll see if AK and Noco, do some dancing around for the lead like they did last night.
Does everyone, do y'all have any picks for tonight, or y'all just?
I'm gonna go with AK Racing.
I'm gonna go with my man Noco.
Well, after last night, let's see, I think Baker Bones, he finished 3rd. It's going to be tough. A lot of these guys weren't exactly expecting to run here at Vegas tonight, so I think we're definitely going to see, it's going to be a level playing field. We're going to really find out who can do what with, what they got.
Yep, I think my pick tonight is going to be, I'm going to go with the Roofmeister. Mr. Roofer, man, he nails shingles during the day, and he's going to nail this track here tonight. He's going to get out there. He's going to run hard. He's going to run fast. He's going to get up front. And I think he's going to win this race. We got a lively crowd here in the booth, it seems.
Y'all think it's going to be you think there's going to be a few cautions, a lot of green flag runs? How do you think it's going to play out, guys?
Well,
probably.
I mean, I don't know.
We got a pretty good field tonight. What is it, 14 cars?
14 or 16 or somewhere in there. Let me look. I actually have a roster, I can tell you. And actually, the good thing about having the roster is something that we want to do. I think Roofer did it during the last race, and something we're trying to do that's a little bit different. I'm not sure if any other leagues are doing it. Maybe they are, maybe they're not. Not sure, but we are definitely doing it. Is when we announced the car number and the name, but we have learned that some of the viewers have mentioned they like to know where people are from and where they're racing from. And we think it's a pretty cool idea because it kind of shows you that everyone's all over the country. I'm here on the East Coast in Charlotte, but there's some guys I think out in California racing, Albuquerque, New Mexico. We got a Canadian running tonight, so it's pretty cool. So let me just run down the roster we have here and say where everybody's from. So in the 42 car tonight, we'll have my pick to win the race. That'll be MP Roofer from High Springs, Florida. And the number 0 tonight, we have CWA Larsonator from Bozeman, Montana. He's probably freezing right now. And the number 35, we got Mystic Wall from Bunker Hill, West Virginia. Hey, I'm actually from West Virginia. Go figure. WVU fan, but I do live in the beautiful Queen City of Charlotte now. So actually, I'm going to kind of watch for Mystic, maybe a fellow mountaineer here. Hopefully he doesn't like Marshall. All right. And then in the number 19 car, we got Twisted from Rochester, New York. He's cold. And the number 3, we got Creed 01 from Augusta, Kansas. Man, I was stationed out in the Midwest before. Oof, no thanks. All right. And then in the 19, we got From the Back from High Point, North Carolina. And the number 88, we got X Intimidator from Chicago, Illinois. He's definitely cold and probably racing around some gunfire. And then we've got Baker Bones 1982 and the number 18 from Sheffield, Pennsylvania. We've got Celtics fan 303030 and the number 22 from Layton, Pennsylvania. That's Pennsylvania's a big state, but I believe that's AJ's area. We got RKM 37355 and the number 28 from Burlington, Ontario. So this is now an international race. And then we've got NOCO racing out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, and the number 60. We've got Tret 7934 racing the number 28 out of Petersburg, Virginia. We've got Steven Smith 20032, number 7. He says he's born in Alabama. Who knows if he still lives there? And we do not like the Tide. And then in the number 5, we got AK Racing out of York, Pennsylvania. I spent some time there. And we have Revised Tony 927 and the number 8 from Phoenix, Arizona. That guy is probably in shorts and a t-shirt right now while we're all freezing. I believe that rounds out the field. So what do you guys think? I think qualifying is just about over. We already talked about who our picks are to win this race. So we're kind of bringing up the whole caution thing. I think we're going to start talking about that. Do we really think it's going to be a caution fest? Do we think they'll be smooth and chill out there? Do we think a lot of green flag laps? Will strategy come into play? Or what do you guys think? Let's start with AJ.
I think it's going to be...
Or Smoke fan. Smoke will work too.
I think it's going to be a little bit of both. I think we're going to see a mixture of cautions possibly at the start of the race, just, jitters. But then I think after a couple of cautions, I think it's just going to calm down. Everybody's going to give room, and we're going to see some green flag laps. I don't think we'll see any strategy, though, till possibly the final stage. That's when I think strategy will come in.
I'm going to be honest. I really think this race, based on last night, these guys really put up a show at Michigan, showing us no cautions. And AK Racing and NOCO, like I said, NOCO said no last night. Will he say it again tonight? I do not know. There wasn't any strategy really played with last night. Like I said, the top 2 guys really dominated the race. But that don't mean that they could dominate tonight. Totally different track than Michigan. This track actually, I'd say you could probably go wide open around Las Vegas in the Xfinity cars. But last night, Michigan, you definitely could hold it wide open. 2 different tracks to tame. Could be a different outcome, and I'm excited to tackle it with you guys in the booth today at Vegas.
All right. Well, we should be getting ready to go green here soon, and as soon as we get the invites, we will get in there. One thing we do need to find out, and maybe AJ, if you want to check, if anyone in the race tonight will be streaming, and we could use their stream to kind of keep an update on how many laps are left in the race. And honestly, if anyone from 704 Games or anything like that is watching, listening, reading, comments, whatever, one of the great adjustments, maybe updates to this game if possible, or the next, would be a lap counter and position ticker for the broadcast races. We'll make it a lot easier for us and for the fans. So, but we do have a way around it. We just got to watch some streams from the guys inside the car. So, hopefully we can find someone to watch.
Yeah, I think there's a chance of a lot of side-by-side racing here too. We've seen that in the past here. There's actually an outside line here, so I think it's gonna make for a great race, y'all.
You know what? Since we're at Las Vegas and we're talking about side-by-side racing, I know they had the test today at Las Vegas. I got to see some clips of it. Did anyone see the cars going 4 wide into turn 1 today? And what are your thoughts on that? Do you think this new package is going to be good or what?
No, I really hope so.
Yeah. I think it's gonna be pretty exciting, man. I think it's gonna definitely bunch the pack up, obviously. And I think it's gonna bring some characters we haven't seen necessarily be up towards the front in years past. I think it's gonna give it a lot better chance for more people to be competitive.
Yeah, see, I would say, Smoke, my opinion on that was, and I think now that we play this game a lot, we race competitively, and we kind of see how the draft works on here. My opinion is this: I think it's going to be a much better show for the fans to see those cars racing close and battling, and nobody's really getting away. I was even at the All-Star race this last year when they ran it the first time, and Kevin Harvick won. But I think as a driver, as someone who races a car, Smoke and AJ and NRG, when you hit on a setup at a track and you just know you're good, that draft can be really frustrating. And tracks like Vegas and Atlanta specifically, and Texas on this game where they're so very draft dependent, you can't get away. And I think that's what we're going to see maybe in the races coming up this year. So I think as a fan, I'm definitely excited for it. But maybe as someone who drives and races, and not just on the game here, but I go out and do the go-karts and things like that. Man, I sure would like to, as a driver, want to have the ability to kind of walk away from someone on the track, And I know Smoke Fan does. Smoke Fan's always trying to get away, even with the draft. So, what are y'all's thoughts on that? Do you feel the same way, indifferent, or? Let's go with NRG.
I agree with you, baby.
Let's hit NRG first. He's I know he's ready to.
Hold on a second. Starting to cut out for a second. I caught bits and pieces. Go ahead, Smoke.
I gotta agree with both of you. Honestly, I got to say, watching some of their races today at Vegas made it look like our race at Vegas as far as the pack being bunched up, constantly. The outside line, I noticed, actually looks stronger. When you got about 4 or 5 cars up top from watching the test session today, I noticed they could go around 3 cars on the bottom pretty easily. But then, they'd swap lines, and that same line would come right back around them. So I'm with those of you. I think it's going to make for great racing for sure.
Definitely. Looks like we're gonna have 2 groups of qualifying. Looks like the first group is done. I think the second group is still qualifying, so we may be a few more minutes in. If you guys here in the booth are noticing some of the guys are putting their YouTubes in so we can watch their views, so we can get the lap counters and positions. And like we mentioned before, if anyone from 704 Games is listening, watching, which I kind of see some people there, maybe the next iteration of the game, or maybe even a patch, if we could get a lap counter and a position ticker, maybe across the bottom or on the side or something, to help us. When we broadcast these races, kind of give the fans. It's one thing to watch a race, but sometimes you kind of want to know where everyone is, and it's hard to do here in the booth. So the way we get around that is we watch the streams of some of the guys in the race, and that's awesome. I see there's some work on that, so I'm really looking forward to that, especially as someone who tries to jump in the booth whenever I can and help this league, move forward and do big things. So we do appreciate that. But in the meantime, for tonight, we'll be watching some NCAR cams, and actually I'll share that information with you. If anyone ever wants to watch my in-car cameras, I stream all of mine. They're at Jason Keffer. Just search it on YouTube and you'll see mine. If anybody is struggling at a track and that I've done well, like at Pocono, I feel like I'm pretty fast. So if you're struggling at Pocono, go watch my stream and see the line I'm running, because it's very line specific, and maybe it'll help. Or hit me up on Messenger, ask me, and I'll help you. And then maybe you can help me at some of the tracks I struggle at, like ISM and Richmond. So let's see.
Update. NOCO and AKA are actually 1-2 again as of last night. NOCO got the pole, AKA second.
Oh, okay.
So that's That's pretty cool.
And just like I said, I was gonna announce this. Larsonator Productions on YouTube will be one of the streams you can watch if you want an in-car camera view, and that'll kind of help you. You can see the laps pop up on the right, and then possibly the positions if they have their little position thing up. And as well, there was okay. So we have one of the guys is actually streaming on Twitch. It's at XT. I'm just gonna copy and paste this into the chat because nobody's gonna remember that. So here we go. Paste. There we go. Let's see here. Sorry, I'm talking and doing at the same time. I know I shouldn't do this. There we go. Get in there. So just ignore the me. That was him saying me. You can follow that as well. And Lincoln Kroger. So just to bring you up to speed. So the race everyone just watched earlier was what we consider our Cup guys, our top series. How would you? What I'm not sure what we're calling it, AJ, but that's kind of like most of those guys you see from the top 50 in the NASCAR thing, as well as some other guys that we've watched and raced with and decided to bring into our more elite series, you could say. And so what we're doing right here is this race is what we're calling our developmental series, where anybody who's on this game and wants to race in a competitive league, they can join us and they can participate in these races. And essentially what we do is we get us up here in the booth to commentate for them just like they do for us, which is really cool, and we really appreciate them doing that for us so we can race, and we want to make sure they get their airtime and TV time too. And so they get on the track and they race each other. We observe either us in the booth or some of the other guys that like Bags and Pats. They're probably watching on YouTube just like you. And what we'll do is we'll discuss, hey, who's ready to move up to the Cup Series and maybe who needs some more time in developmental series. We're not about just throwing people out or kicking anybody out or anything. Actually, what we do is we'll try to provide setups, some tips, some suggestions on how to run the line. We kind of see what they're doing, which is another reason, like I said, we suggest if you want to watch our streams that we do from inside the car, we provide that to those guys too, and they can see the lines we're running, how we're doing it. And, I think it's pretty cool. We're happy to be doing this, and we're excited about it. And we've already seen a couple of guys. Actually, one of the guys raced in a developmental league last night and got into the race tonight with us. That was Noco, I believe. Is that right, AJ?
Yes, sir. That's good. Yep. That's
Yeah.
my enrollmental job.
Yeah, and go ahead, Smoke. Go ahead. I've been talking for too long.
You're good. I'm pretty pumped up with this Noco kid. I've seen a lot of potential in him last night, and I'm really excited to watch him. He seems like he's already got a kind of an idea of these setups already, on his own. I honestly, if I had to bet money, it's going to come down between him and AK Racing, just like last night. I mean, do y'all agree? Do you think there's going to be any late bloomers? Roofer possibly might do something.
AK Racing, he was another guy that was in the race with us earlier tonight at Pocono. So, those two guys, they
got talent for sure.
They race together apparently quite often in public lobbies. And when we were talking about cautions earlier, I was going to mention, sometimes when you get a lot of guys who haven't had much track time with each other, it's hard to kind of, it's hard to know, what that person might do. So, we'll see. It's about adjusting to your peers on the track.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, sure did. Got the invite, loading in, and gotta back out.
Someone send me an invite. I did not get.
Yeah,
you almost got in too early there. Hold on, AJ, did you go in yet? If not, can you send me an invite?
No, we're gonna need invites, dude.
No, hold on, I have an idea. Nope, can't do that.
Wait, whoever didn't join can join and then invite us.
Did anybody join?
No.
Let me just send Roofer. Okay, hold on. Sorry, we got a little technical difficulty. Sometimes it's kind of hard to. What is this? Oh, I almost joined another lobby. Don't watch that. Sorry, I almost joined a random dirt race. Yeah, so I'm just gonna give them a heads up.
Didn't you accept your invite?
I didn't get one.
He didn't get one.
I didn't get one yet.
Roofer, if you could reset the lobby, please, that would really be helpful.
Yeah, just giving him a little message to help out there, because like I said, Roofer's usually in the booth, and most of these guys are, up on the roof, Roofer, sorry, are up in the booth, and we're on there, so we haven't to send an invite. So this is kind of the first time where they have to get us the invite, and we kind of gotta time it a little bit so that when they send the invite, we can accept and join, and we don't actually end up in the race. So you saw there when we loaded in, there was 6 seconds left, and if we'd have joined at that time and waited, you'd actually see my car, whatever car I have, the Tyler Reddick car, loading into the race. So we'll just back out and we'll get that done. And I see Mystic Walls representing West Virginia. I hear you. Like I said, man, I'm a Charlotte, North Carolina guy now. However, I'll always be a Mountaineer. So go out there and represent the great state of West Virginia. And have a good race. Can I change my pick? I picked Roofer. Maybe I want to pick Mystic Wall now. I don't know. Sentimental pick.
Are they leaving the race, or what is going on?
I'm not sure. I'm hoping. I sent Roofer a message there to go ahead and back out. They might have to just get everybody in and reset it.
Oh, they might be waiting for the ticker to time back down.
Yeah, I did message Roofer, mentioned to wait for about 5 seconds, and that gives us time to load in. So while we wait, any final thoughts before we get started here, guys? AJ, we'll go with you.
I'm excited.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna keep my eye on CWA Larsonator. He didn't race last night. I really think maybe he could make some noise tonight. I see him usually in the custom lobbies online and pubs, and he don't do quite bad. Very excited to have him part of this journey with us. His fan base, thanks for tuning in. He is going to be a featured guy in this developmental series for now. Hopefully maybe get some cup time, and whenever we get the other series going, the trucks and the Xfinity here in a little bit, maybe he could be one of the featured truck drivers or Xfinity drivers. Maybe he could be the Elliott Sattler of the Xfinity or the Johnny Sauter of the truck. I mean, you never know. Wait a little bit to accept that. Wait like a couple, like 30 seconds to accept that, just in case.
Oh, did they send it? Did they send it yet? I haven't seen it yet. Oh, never mind. I just got the notification. So I'll just wait a second.
I did not get one yet.
All right, I'm gonna join right now. No.
I made it. I'm good. I'm good. Oh, no. Oh, my gosh. I had to back out.
I still have my invite.
Okay, good. Sorry, mistake there. I accidentally got into the race. I got it 0 seconds. No, don't back out, guys. You're good. Smoke Fan got it, so he can get us in. Y'all do your pace lap. He forgot to add cautions anyway, so they have to back out again. All right, we're gonna get her going. We know we had a real good one there with the last race we tried on the first try. This one's taking a couple of tries, so. And maybe 704, maybe one of those things we could have like an actual spectator mode or something you could select. So instead of selecting, we go over and select Xfinity Cup, Xfinity Trucks, Dirt. Maybe there's you can go into spectator mode where like even if you went into the lobby with the guys, you wouldn't load in for the race, you'd load in for the spectator view or something like that. Just throwing out ideas, but we'll get her going here in a second. So everybody in the chat, since we have people watching, what are you looking forward to see tonight? What are your thoughts? Who, I know everyone. We know that Bags has fans. We know that, right? We see them representing, and we know Pat's has some fans. It's got the Kroger guys out there, and from what I understand, Pat's will be driving the Kroger car in the next race he participates in. So there's that. But like we said, threw out a lot of new names there. There's probably not a lot of names that you're going to recognize in this race, but does anybody have any names that they're aware of or anybody they're looking for? What is everyone watching kind of looking for in this race? Go ahead and put a comment in there, and we'll talk about it, chat about it, and see what everyone's thoughts are. I like to definitely want to engage with everyone who's watching. This is what makes this fun. It's very fun. Thank you. So, it's definitely a lot of fun to get a chance to broadcast these races. You know, sometimes we get a little stressed out racing and trying to do well and race hard, and it's fun to sit here and watch and get a talk and have a good time in the booth. And some people mentioned my videos on the thing. Yeah, I try to have fun and have a good time because I think this is what this is all about. So, but if I start talking too much, let me know. These other guys are probably waiting to talk. So,
Oh, you're good, man.
we still got to wait, AJ?
Yeah, I'd probably wait a couple, because every time we join, we always join for like 5 seconds. So I'd wait
Yeah, I'll wait like 10 seconds or something. Because they got to do a pace lap anyways, so it's not a big deal.
Did you guys already get the invites?
It did, but I'm just gonna wait. I just don't want to. I went in right at 0 the last time, and it loaded me in. But if I was racing, it'd have been like, nope, didn't make it. You know? So we'll get in there in just a second. Does anyone watching have any picks to win tonight? No, up here in the booth, we've got Noco as a favorite. We've got Roofer. We've got Mystic Wall as a sentimental favorite.
We're good to join.
Okay, good. And now you guys gotta remind me. Sometimes I get busy watching the race and forget that I'm the one changing the camera here. So, all right. So we got a 50%er at Las Vegas in the Xfinity Series. 100 laps. Sages and cautions are on. And hopefully here in a second I'll be able to hit the button to get into the spectator view. So this is what I'm saying. So where it would be really nice if, if we had that option to before, like when they invite everyone, you can select spectator mode or something like that to join the race. Okay, this isn't working. All right, so I'm going to have to actually be changing the camera on the wheel tonight. So this is going to be interesting. My controller's not working. I use a real wheel to race, and I didn't disconnect it before this, so I guess I'm gonna have to hit the buttons on the wheel.
I'm over here thinking, why is my controller not working?
Yeah.
I had the same problem. I had to hit it on my wheel as well.
Yeah. Actually, speaking of that, I don't know. Do we know if anybody in this race? How much is it? Well, we're talking. I might be able to buy it. But if, I don't know, does anyone in this race using a wheel? Do you know, Smoke Fan?
No, honestly, I do not. I know, Noco's on a controller, I'm pretty sure. But I don't know about anybody else.
Okay.
Roofer, he's on a wheel. Roofer's on a wheel.
Oh.
That's the only one I know of, though.
I wonder, if you could hook up the PlayStation and play NASCAR Heat and the PC to that and switch it over, that'd be pretty sweet. I might be interested in that. I'd probably make that happen. All right, so they got their pace lap done. They should be coming to the green flag right here, so we're going to take the green flag, and these guys in the race number 2 of the Developmental Series practice races. This isn't for points or anything, just a practice race before the big show starts tomorrow night, and the green is out. And the number 60, man, he gets a nice little pull out there. I wonder how many of them worked with Smoke Fan for setup. Smoke Fan runs 3 gears, so I don't know if a lot of these guys are used to the 3 gears. So there may be some interesting restarts during this race.
No, we got one car on the wall.
I'm confused. Where did AK Racing start? He's in the 5 car, and no, he did not start second.
He was supposed to start second. He qualified. Did he make the race? Is he in there?
Yes, he's 4th right now. He wasn't second. He was not second.
Maybe he did. I always seen 8 and 2 9s. I thought he had the second highest 9. Maybe I'm wrong.
Anyhow, this top 4 looks like they're starting to spread themselves out. Who's this 86 guy? Tret7934 is showing an early impression. I don't think he raced last night, but he honestly looks to have some speed early here, WPU and NRG and Smoke.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I like how clean this start was. These, you gotta remember, they're kind of putting us Cup guys to shame right now. I mean, these guys are supposed to be the developmental drivers, but they've gotten lined up. They're not beating and banging. They're kind of racing, taking their time, being patient, which is what we want to see. And I gotta tell you, man, somebody maybe they should be in the Cup. Maybe we should go to the developmental series there.
Right. Right.
Wow, dude, this is impressive. 2 great nights racing in the series. The 60 car taking Joe Meister's deal with Sonny D. You got Noco saying no again, baby. Joe
He will
Meister
beat a
might
Chevy
have
starting the
competition.
next race. Tomorrow
Oh, by
night,
the way-
Noco will be in a Chevy, by the way. I just want to throw that out there. But he's looking strong. You know, he's able to hold that white line better than anybody. It looks like.
I want to give a shout out to Twisted Demon for becoming a new part of the Midnight YouTube channel page. He came along. He's going to end up being a pretty high-demanded broadcaster for our main series. As you guys know, Alex Ned is our main guy. We have Roofer, and Twisted Demon is now going to be joining those guys. So very glad to have him there. He is in the 18 car tonight. So good luck to him.
I'd like to make one comment here. Speaking of Joe Meister, I believe today's his birthday. So if you're watching this, or if you happen to end up watching this, happy birthday. I believe it was it today?
It's either that or happy belated birthday. I don't know what day it was.
I don't know, man. I don't have a calendar of everybody's birthday, but if it is, happy birthday! But I see
I'm sure he had a birthday stream going on earlier.
I see.
Revised Tony for his service, and WVU. Thank you for your service. And,
Yeah, for
Special
sure.
Forces.
I wasn't special forces, just military. That's all.
Military.
Sometimes I felt special though. I was in the Air Force, so we were special.
Yeah.
Just
We got
want to
the
thank you guys
hotel
for
rooms.
what you've done for this country.
Yeah, thanks,
And
man. I
what-
appreciate it.
Not only that, also for what you've done for this midnight. I want to thank everybody that's came along with this. It's been a really good start so far. Can't wait to see what happens. I know. I'll tell y'all one thing. That 60 is
We got
checking
a
out.
really good battle out here. The 22 is looking to the outside, and he might make the pass. As we got a big battle going on back here in the second group. It looks like Noco is saying no to tonight, though. He is starting to check out.
Yeah, I think one thing I've noticed so far in this race that's different from maybe the Club Series is that the talent level is maybe a little. There's a wider gap here, so you are seeing some cars kind of pull away and go, and some kind of falling back, and that could be some strategy for fuel. We don't know yet, and I think you guys are checking those streams and maybe can see the fuel if they're close. I don't know, but you're gonna see this this gap is going to be smaller in one of our Elite Series races, but these guys are up there racing. But I am impressed with the 60 car just kind of pulling away there, and I'm not sure where AK is at the moment. We'll have to go through the field here and look for
He
him.
actually got in the grass for about, I'd say 5 laps ago. He hit the
There he
intake
is.
onto the top.
He's back here. He's kind of holding off the 3 car. He's looking underneath the 4. Not going to have a chance to make a move there. Maybe kind of get settled back in. If you said he hit the grass, it might take him a lap or so to kind of get it all back together and relax and then get his rhythm back.
Second on back to this is a great. These guys are doing great.
Man,
How about
he's-
the developmental guys?
The AK is going to try to make a move on the 5 car. Or the 5 car is trying to make a move on the outside of the 42. And Roofer and the 42 we've got a little tight there and pushed right up into the 5. But they held it together. Looks like, Roofer definitely got out of the throttle there. They saved it. Oh, we got a battle up front here. Let's get up to the front. Oh, come on, camera. There we go.
CWA Larsonator.
No.
passes
Come on,
all
camera. Why is this? If it'd be a lot easier to pick a car. Yeah, look at these
Who's
guys.
that in second place, y'all? Who's that in second?
Here we go. We
He's
got
starting like they're running at 60. Who's in the 22?
I'm gonna watch back.
What's the law?
The 22 is Celtics fan 30.
Okay. He's doing. He got a great
CWA
run.
Larsonator there in third place, guys. I told you guys he was honestly my sleeper pick today at the beginning of the race. I told you guys he is showing some speed here early.
Yeah, definitely. And these guys here in 4th, 5th, and 6th, they're battling hard there for that 4th place P4 position right now. And you know what? And I know these guys, and I can tell you what, I'm the same way. I do like to get up there and get a little camera time when we're streaming. People are watching. You want to kind of, Smoke Fan kind of steals the spotlight the whole race, so you got to try to get in there and take some from them. Kind of mix it up a little bit.
I want to say this 19 car from the back, he really wants to be a part of this. I saw he was pushing real hard in the Facebook communities about this league. His real name's Will. I'm not sure what his last name is, but he's really holding on to that 4th place strong.
Oh, we're going to go 3 wide. Sorry.
You're good, man.
I got excited.
We need some developmental booth time. We need.
Yeah. Well, you know what?
Right.
It's hard to. I would imagine, and I'm sure the Jarrett podcast here could say. I would imagine in the real life broadcast they probably have some way to cue who gets to talk next, and we don't actually get to see each other. We're just on headsets, and like I said, I'm here in Charlotte, and AJ's in Pennsylvania, and Smoke's in Indiana, and NRG. Where are you at again? Ohio, yeah. So we're all over the place, so we don't get to see it. So we got to try to guess, when's a good time to talk, what's a good, and things like that. So we work on it.
Is catching 60. No,
yeah, let's get up front there.
He is.
There we go. It's right on
Inside he goes.
The 60 looks like he's getting a little tight. Maybe make the right front air pressure adjustment. He'll be all right. Ain't no worries. But I think these two are definitely the
No, he's not. Never mind.
These two are the class of the shit for sure. That alternator dude, he's got a good car too though. He don't have no drafting. He's still hanging tough with him. We got a battle for fifth, y'all. Fourth, y'all. Yeah, fifth. Who's in the fifth place car?
Is that the 88? That is
yeah, these three cars right here.
Who's in that car? He's a Mystic Law.
Oh, the Mountaineer.
Yeah. That's your guy, AW.
That's right. That's right.
How's old Roofer on him? Where's he?
Roofer's kind of falling back a little bit, but he looks like he's struggling a little bit. But he was, doing a good job of making sure he wasn't causing any issues there because remember he washed up a little bit into the 5 car, but kept it clean. And let's see here. These guys have really been battling hard for this 4th place. I mean, the 19, the 35, the 88, they're all just kind of, it's like they want to ride along with each other for a little bit. And I would think they would want to kind of line up here, get up there to the 0, and then go catch the leaders. But they're, they kind of get racy from time to time. So, and I think I just saw we might have had some action up front. Let's see if we can get back up there.
Oh, yeah, with the 22, he's all over.
There's got to be an easier way to get to the front here. There we go. There we go.
That is my slogan for NOCO anytime. NOCO says no. That rhymes.
He's going to try to make a move. I think he wants that spot. I mean, why not? Get out there and take the lead. Do it fast, do it clean.
If you notice, 60's taking a little higher, NOCO's taking a little higher approach going into turn 1. I think that's hurting him, y'all. I think he needs to cut off. Watch the difference. I'm watching him right now. But, I don't know. I think the 22 just might be turning a little better.
Yeah, I like the higher line in turn 1 and 1 and 2 at Vegas. I feel like, especially as the run goes on and everybody's cars start going away, I feel like I can move up that lane and start making up time on a long run. And these guys are on a long run. This is times 2 wear, and we've got to be 15, 16 laps into this run. Do we have a lap count yet? Actually,
anybody have any? That's what I was just about to ask.
You guys care if we get diesel piles up in the booth?
No, let's go.
The more the merrier.
That's another one of my
If you're listening, Diesel, comment in the thing and we'll get you in the booth if you want in. Just comment that you want in and I'll send you an invite.
Is anyone following the YouTube channels from the guys that are like the CW Larson?
I'll look it up now.
Okay, perfect.
What did he say his YouTube name was?
We had CW, or I'm sorry, so it's actually in the chat, Smoke. If you want to take a look.
I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay, perfect.
That's awesome.
Oh, it's the 22 keeps looking to the outside. Honestly, if NOCO makes one mistake, that 22 might get around and check out. The 22 definitely the better car at this moment.
Larsonator Productions on YouTube.
That's another thing. If you can tell, especially in 3 and 4, that 60 is eating him up.
CWA Larsonator sitting there in 3rd place by himself, kind of separated himself from that.
That must have been the end of stage 1 right there, from what I can tell. Yeah. So the 60 of NOCO takes stage 1, but they had some good running. And I tell you what, I was watching those cars in 4th, 5th, and 6th. They got lined up there, but they never really made any gains. So that's fun. I can tell right now, the 60, the 22, probably the best 2 cars so far. The 0 maybe makes an adjustment or 2, and he might be right there.
Don't sleep on that number 5 of AK. I think he just has a little bit of problems.
For sure.
So obviously pitting was not an issue in the first stage. That leads me to believe it won't be in the second stage either. They probably were getting some pretty good wear there. So what's the predictions? That was a caution-free. How many laps was that? About 20?
What is this, a 50% race?
Yeah.
Yeah, 20, yeah.
Caution.
20.
Caution.
How about that, though, guys? Developmental drivers had no cautions.
Oh,
Shout out to these guys. Shout out to them. Great racing.
We're fixing to have a great restart here.
Yeah.
Who is that 35 car? I don't know who that is, and he's finding his way into the 4th position.
Kind of riding along in the back here just to kind of get a look of, if you are having a good, we had a guy some cars get loose there trying to save it, and unfortunately they weren't able to save it. So yeah, caution's going to come out, I do believe. Yeah. And, that's why I kind of went to the back here to kind of do the view to see, let's just say you're having a great race, but you kind of get buried in the back. It is very, very difficult to get back to the front.
Guy. Mystic Wall was in the 35, and he's peeked his way into the top 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll get the numbers figured out here soon.
I do have Larsenator's stream up now. There's 75 laps to go, so I believe we'll be at 72 or 73 to go when we go back green here.
Are they there? Wait, how many laps are left in the stage?
I will let you know as soon as they go back green.
Okay, they're probably pitting. Is everybody pitting?
It looks like the only car that's pitting is Creed in the 3 car in 10th place. The top 9.
That's probably a good move. I mean, if I was back there in the back, I'd go ahead and pit. Why not? Get some fresh rubbers. Get some fuel. Tires is what I'm talking about. AJ, thank you very much.
CW, I'm gonna be honest. If CWA Larsenator can hang on to this draft, I think he might be a person to beat this race. It looks like it's gonna be a clean restart.
Oh, 3 wide again. That looked like the the 16 car RKM took it 3 wide, went underneath going into turn 1, and
I think the green stayed out. And I tell you what, I was riding along with the 8 car. Good job by him. He checked up. He didn't try to cold trickle Days of Thunder through the crash. He checked up a little bit. He made some good moves, got through it, and he is still going. Yep, let's go to the front here.
We are on lap 5 of 19 in stage 2.
As it looks like we got about 6 drivers up here in this top pack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Larsenator has some power. Mystic Wall, Celtics fan, and who's the 88 car?
That would be Intimidator, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. This is great racing up here. It looks like the 22 is going to pull up a lot quicker on the 60.
Well, these guys really bunched up right here. I've seen some checking up, some good runs. You get a good run, you're like, where am I going to go? And you just got to check it up.
To the inside. Oh, we hit the apron.
No. Oh, man. Let's see if we can get a view and see if he kept it straight. He's back. I mean, he's going to lose a lot of spots, and he's taking his time getting back up on the track, which I like to see. He didn't just drive it up on the track in front of all those guys that were coming. Good move by him, because a lot of guys on, NASCAR video game will just drive her back on the track.
60. And CWA Larsenator, the sleeper pick for this race, is found his way battling for second. Very exciting. As the 35 might push it 3 wide. Never mind. Ooh.
This is fun to watch, absolutely. This is just like last night, AJ. I mean, we sat up
60
here.
Whoopsie.
CWA Larsenator's going to find himself in the lead.
Oh, call the 60 the lawnmower man. Maybe he needs to drive the John Deere car because he was mowing the lawn.
CWA Larsenator going to find himself. The 60 hit the apron, got in the grass, and come back up on track. It's a racing incident. It's all right. Great racing by all these drivers. Developmental Series is honestly taking our feature guys, make them look like the Developmental Series. This is should be our feature league of the week. Just kidding. We'll get it all situated.
I think there's something to that too, AJ. I think some of it has to do with these guys realize it's a developmental league, and they're all just working to try to get in. And I think maybe sometimes, guys like us that are in the Cup Series, we're all trying to get that elusive checkered flag. And we maybe push a little too hard from time to time, and cause some more caution. So I think it's just one of those products of what you're kind of going for here. So, but I do definitely like to see. I like how these guys are driving.
AK Racing pit there under caution.
As we have the 0 of CWA Larson, they're going to take the green flag from the leader with the front
The 60
back.
takes it 3 wide. The 60.
Oh my goodness.
What a move. What? Ooh, 3 car.
Oh, the 3 is wagging.
No. Yeah.
Creed, I do not know what that's up with, Creed. That
The
was
3 car is
terrible.
upside down on the in turn 2 there. So
There's no
good thing
wrong.
damages. Yeah.
The 60's done. He restarted 9th and he's up to 3rd. Going for 2nd. Oh, the 18 shows the
don't
board.
know which
Ooh.
ones are which. I think 18. The
Oh,
dark
we gotta
18
look. He's looking for the lead here. Is that the 18? Really looking hard. The 19.
Twisted Deer.
Yeah, that was their.
Look how
That was
60
one of your.
That
One of
60
your.
is big.
One of your commentators in the last race there has worked his way up to the. He was in second, lost a spot there to third, but
Back in second.
That 60 ain't playing no games.
We
I
are
tell
coming
you
to
what.
7 to go off of turn 4 here.
CWA
Here we go on stage
Larsonator.
2.
CWA Larsonator. Honestly, could be a big help to this league. Very strong here early. Hope he can keep this, or will Noco say no once again.
I tell you what, if I'm the 0 car, I'm nervous right now, and I'm.
Holy slides high.
Yeah,
60 to the
yeah.
inside.
Sometimes a move that you can make there is like, you may have a lot of speed, but there's certain spots on the track where someone can pass, and to keep it from getting a run on you, you can maybe back your corner up just a little more than you usually do. So they have to check up, and you're kind of taking track away from them, to help you maintain that spot. But you can only do it for so long before the guy behind you is like, I've had enough, and kind of moves you out of the way.
I don't mean to say anything, but look who popped up in the top 5. AK Racing is coming on the high, wide, and handsome side around this track, coming to the front.
Oh yeah, he is.
There goes the 60s. He's on look. He shut the door on.
Oh,
He's taking it.
we had a little contact door to door there by the 5 and the white. I can't see the car on the inside of them there, but they had a little contact. But they were both on the 60. 60's looking low. He's going to go for the lead. And I think he's going to get it.
The five
They're
is AK
gonna
Racing.
have to run off the corner, I believe. WU.
Yeah, I think he's going to have. I think he's going to have to run off the corner. But going into this corner right here, he doesn't have the momentum.
You can make the high side work here. You gotta be very smooth.
AK Racing coming to 3rd place. He's coming, baby.
There he is. He's 3rd. He's got it. 3rd is all locked up for him. And he's probably going to get up here and push the 60 car around the 0. Of course, maybe if it was me and I knew how strong the 60 was, I might go with the 0.
Oh, and he's going to pass CWA. Oh, never mind.
Oh, what a slide job by
He's
the
coming to
60.
the inside. Here comes AK Racing. The 2 featured guys in last night's Michigan race are 1-2 again.
Yeah, these guys definitely have some talent.
3 to go in stage 2.
CWA Larsonator, can he be the underdog of these top 2 and earn himself a hot seat in the Cup Series?
How many laps left? Anybody know?
There is 3 laps to go. We're coming to 2 to go on stage 2.
AK Racing is not going to be patient with the 60. He was patient all night long last night at the Michigan race. I think tonight's the race he's going to be impatient and try to get this win. If someone hits the grass, in the
5
back,
hits the wall. They're 2 wide for 2nd. Larsonator and AK Racing. This is a good race, guys.
I'm telling you, these guys impressed us last night as we come to 1 to go in stage 2.
will AK Racing get the draft, pull up on and make a move on the backstretch? I do not know. If I were him, I honestly, for my ego and my resume, I would try to get the stage win and make it exciting. But for the respect of Noco and the race, just maybe ride behind them. That's up to you.
I'll tell you what, AJ, anytime there's a flag out there, I want it, as long as it's not yellow or black. You know, like so. If we got a green and a green and white checkered flag. I want to take it. I want that one at the end.
NOCO is going to say no at Vegas once again.
Yeah, that's 2 now, right? That's 2 for 2 on the stages.
Yes, sir.
All right, now is where you make your money.
I
How do you win? Can you win the race? Go ahead, NRG.
I believe everyone's going to pit here. We get everyone bunched up again. We seen at the beginning of stage 2, once everyone got bunched back up, people started getting a little aggressive. I imagine here, even though there's more laps, I really don't think there's going to be too many people that are going to absolutely hold back. We're going to see an outside line getting a run off of 2 and an inside line, usually gets going a little bit better, but we'll see what happens. Just hopefully, we're not going to win the race, on the first lap of stage 3. So,
For sure.
Hopefully everyone, keeps their patience. And,
do not forget about that 22 back there, Celtics fan.
oh, he lost 6 or 7 positions when he hit that apron.
Another thing, I'm going to just go on a ball here. I think our winner might not be in the first row of this race. At 86, 92 tires. I don't know if that's the decision to do here. We're going to see if it pays off. But the 86 of Trett showed strong early. Can he hold it? As AK Racing's going to take second.
Oh,
19 loose.
Just keep it down there. Just keep it down there. Oh no, they couldn't keep it down.
Oh no, the whole field.
As our top contenders, the 60 and the Larsonator, and all these guys are in the back now. Oh no, as AK Racing is going to be our leader. Oh no.
Corey, which is also Diesel Piles, as you know him, just commented in the chat and he said he also hates the leader is behind you flag. So yeah, that's probably not one you want to see either, right? Like the blue or the purple flag with the yellow cross that says get out of the way.
We lost Mystic Wall.
We lost
That's
Mystic Wall. NOCO
Yes,
and CW
Oh, no.
are in 12th and 13th. They're
This is
the
a
only
game
2
changer.
pitting here. So they
Game
are going
changer.
to have the freshest tires, even though we were only, on lap 1. But I believe they're at least. Are they going to have to pit under green? If we do go green, are they going to have to pit at least one time here?
How many laps are left? What's the fuel? I need to follow somebody's dark.
I'm going to tell you right now.
Smoke fans panicking right now. And as we take this green flag, I want to remind everyone, we want to thank our sponsors who, when we made this move, I talked to them and they immediately came right along with us and supported us. So I want to thank RoninImports.com. They were with us from the beginning of the last season from our former group, and they're here with us to start this one. And also got to say thank you to Travis Braden. He's driving the number 27 RMFS car in the ARCA series full time this year. He was full time last year. I think he's going to be someone really good to watch, and he supports us, and he gives us retweets and likes and helps us out. We really want to say thank you to him and thank you for the support, and we look forward to watching him at Daytona and actually just a week, I guess, is when the ARCA cars are down there. So thank you to them. And we're looking forward to the future here. And, we got a car around in the back. We got 2 cars around the back. I think the caution's going to have to come out here. See if we can get back there. Nobody's slowing down. Nobody's slowing down. No, the caution's not going to come out. So looks like we're going to stay green. So, man, that is a tough break for them because if it doesn't come out again, their race is over. Here comes that 22 you were talking about.
We have a strong showing out of 18 of, I don't know who's in that white 18 car. The 88 also.
18.
There's 2 18s in this race, I think.
One of them's Baker Bones, who was our 3rd place finisher last night. I have the other.
Roofer hits the apron. So does the 60. Smart, saved by the 60 car. That's not going to bring in the caution.
Wow, oh no, the 60 car is just not. Yeah, the 60 car is in a bad spot now because.
The 22 is coming back in the picture, guys.
We're getting up here to the lead. Yeah, that's what I was saying. The 22, he was able to get a hold of that draft, and he's running a really good line here. And he's caught up, and I think he's ready to make moves. He doesn't want to ride around. He wants to get up there, take the lead, get that camera time. But that 5, we talked about the 5 earlier. He's out front. The 88, the 19, and the 22. And those guys that, AJ, you mentioned a minute ago, I don't think the guys on the front row are going to be the ones to win this race. And those guys that were on the front row are in a bad way right now.
Yeah, the 60 and the 0, the 60 of NOCO and the 0 of Larsonator were on the front row that start, and AK Racing took advantage of the restart, took the lead, and now the front row is the back row, so that shows you what can happen in a matter of seconds.
Yeah.
As the 5-car crosses the start-finish line, we will be coming to 44 laps to go.
Oh,
So
we got a spinner!
We got one. Uh-oh.
Who do we got? That's the 18, and that's going to really hurt his race because I don't think the caution came out there either. So the 18, unless the caution comes out, is just in a world of hurt now. So this is kind of turning it into a 4-car race real quick. As you can see here, let me get the view here. Yeah, as you can see here, it's about 4 cars, and even with that, 3 of the cars, the 22's gotten around the 19 there, and those 3 are kind of pulling away. So it might be only a 3-car race here really soon. But as NRG pointed out, there was 40-something laps to go. I do believe fuel's going to be an issue. There's going to have to be a green flag stop as long as the caution doesn't come out. Am I correct?
I believe when they took the green flag on that last restart, Larsonator had 49 laps of fuel left with like 49 to go. So if they're taking off a little more than a lap of fuel per lap, then they will have to pit. But they're going to be cutting it close. One more caution, they'll be in the good. We'll see what happens. If they're a little spread out now. If they go green, they might not.
The 22 is looking to make a move on AK.
Yeah, he's looking to the outside of the 5-car right now, and I got to tell you, he might make this move. Maybe if they're that close on fuel might not be the time to make this move. If it's me, I'm kind of maybe the 19 car. I've maybe backed off a little bit, and once I know that I'm 100% good to go and I'm going to make it on fuel, then I kind of make my run. I want to stay in the draft and stay close, but I'm not going to push it hard and race because I don't want to burn that fuel up. In Las Vegas, you can really save the fuel here, but you can really burn it up too, depending on how you're driving. So maybe these guys are pushing a little too hard.
This is that guy in 4th place is one of the 18 cars. I don't think it's the 19.
Oh, is it an 18 car? I'm sorry, it's hard to see. Oh, it is an 18 car. I'm sorry, my apologies. But if I'm in the 18 car, I'm maybe saving fuel a little bit here. I'm not trying to get racy. There's, what we say, about 40, somewhere in the 40s to go. No need to do anything crazy here.
I don't know why we got 2 18 cars, but we have a black one and a white one, and they're driven by, I think, Baker Bones and Twisted Demon, but I don't know which one's which.
Twisted Demon's in the 19, I believe.
No, from the back's in the 19.
Well, actually, no, because we don't. The stream that we're watching is to see Larsonator, or possibly if you can see on the stream there, NRG, maybe the 18 right back there.
From the back is in 9th place.
He's in the 19 car from the back, though.
These guys must be listening to our stream because the 22 said, all right, I'm just going to get in line here and ride around for a few laps. The 88 and even the 18 car there that we're not sure who's driving it. The Ghost Man in 4th place is kind of riding around, and they're all, I think they're racing. I mean, they're going to run hard. As I say that, the 22 says, nope, I'm just messing with you. I'm ready to race. But I would think they're going to try to save a couple laps of fuel here if it's that close. I know I would. I mean, there's no reason to go out there and, yeah, it's nice to lead laps and it looks cool, but hey, save you a couple laps, save you a little bit. You know, we just saw Bags lose a race 3 nights ago at Sonoma. Ran out of fuel coming out of turn 11 at Sonoma, you know. So sometimes you just got to check that fuel and make sure you got it there at the end.
The 22 looking to the inside here. Not going to get it this time.
The 5 of AK just has a strong out of the corner drive. Must have a higher RPM setup. He's pulling out of those corners real fast.
Sometimes I just can't tell though. Is the 22 like is it that the 5 is better, or is the 22 maybe just kind of just waiting, you know, just waiting. Like there's no need to
set them off.
You know, yeah, exactly. You know, I like to ride behind somebody for multiple laps. Even if I'm not saving fuel, I'll just ride. Like Smoke Fan's a guy that you don't just pass. Smoke Fan will tell you he's a guy you just ride behind for 5, 6, 7, 8 laps, and you just let him keep watching you in the mirror. Then maybe finally you get him to make him a little mistake, and then you take it. You know, and maybe that's what the 22's doing here.
35 laps to go here as we cross the stripe. The
Oh,
22's
22's
underneath.
inside.
Does
The
anybody
88
know how
might
many
have
gonna
hours
get
they have
here.
left?
The 88 might
35.
fall off.
35 laps of fuel left?
35
Celtics
laps to go.
fan. A newcomer taking away AK Racing and NOCO's shine. And the 5 is
He's
going to
gonna
make
go back
another
underneath.
aggressive move.
Noco's fixing to move into fifth. He done
No,
ran.
they almost touched. You would think this is the last lap. We got 35 more to go, fellas. 34 coming to the line. Let's I mean, I like the race and I like it, but let's not get crazy. You know, you guys have gotten away. You've got yourself a top 4 spot secured. You know, let's not do anything crazy here.
18 just got
Fourth
into
place in the
wall.
wall.
Yeah.
I'd really like to know the difference between the black and the white with gamer tags, which I think Twisted Demon
Twisted Demon is
the
in
white
4th place.
one. Yep,
All right, there we go.
He's in the white one. Twisted Demon is in the white 18. The black 18 is Baker Bones.
And I'm telling you right now, we got Larson here and Noco back here in 5th and 6th, and they kind of just been riding together, and they were 2 cars that were up front most of this race here. They're not being aggressive. I think they're just kind of riding the line, trying to make some time up on these leaders.
They've gained over a second.
Oh, the 5, man. He he looks like from what I saw, it looked like he got loose and just couldn't handle it. And
Stays out.
they're getting into this run, and maybe his car started going away. There could have been contact. I couldn't tell, but he definitely just came out of the corner there and kind of lost it and hit the wall. So, man, what a tough break for the 5, because that makes this really a 3-car race at this point.
This 22 car is impressive. He got the apron there, and was that this stage or the second stage, and he lost. It was at the end of the second stage. He lost 6 or 7 positions. But when he was up there, he was showing that he had a strong car, and now the 88's running the high line, and he's got a little space between him and second place. He can kind of just run consistent laps.
Yeah, and here we are riding along with the 16. I wanted to ride along and see if we could hear the engine, hear the throttle control. Is he trying to save a little bit? But I don't think so. I think he's just got a little push right now. He's just having trouble, man. That car is just not wanting to turn for him, and he's having some trouble. And it sounds to me like he's actually, what I'm hearing, and just the way I know I drive the truck, I think he's driving into the corner a little too deep, and it's costing him on the exit. And so maybe we can ride along with the next guy here,
18
the leader.
around.
Let's see what the leader sounds like.
The 18 is around.
Uh-oh.
Coming off
Which
turn
one?
2 on the back
Can't be
stretch. The
Baker Bones.
black one.
Well, I don't know, because we got
the leader is coming up. He just got lapped.
the 22's pulled away. Wait, the 22 is the leader,
in the
right?
middle of the track.
Did I miss something? No, the 22 is the leader, right? Yeah, 22 is pulled
Okay,
away.
that 60 and Larsonator are cutting. They done went from 4.6 down to 3.9. They're closing on that top 3.
All right, so yeah, they're definitely coming there, and but I'm definitely watching. Like the 22 got away from the 88, the 88 got away from the 18. I don't know if we missed something there. They kind of spread them out like that, but like I said, I wanted to ride along with the 22 here and kind of listen to his throttle. Kind of, well, it's hard to tell there.
They are coming.
See if we can hear a little better on this lap.
I'm telling you what,
So
we
here-
have another caution. It's going to be interesting.
They're down to 3.2 now, y'all. They are rolling.
Tell you what, the 22 does not get out of the throttle much at all, if at all. He might be burping in just a shade. He must have a really good setup or a really good car, because I'm just not hearing a lot of out of throttle time. There's a little bit right there. Yeah, maybe.
CWA Larsonator and 60 NOCO, man.
They're coming.
They have made up quite a bit of time, and if they can bring this third car into the
They
picture,
gained over 3 seconds since the start, since that incident. Now it's down to 2.9. They're definitely coming. How many laps are they?
As much time as they made up, they got 27 to go here.
And I think everybody's probably good on fuel at this point then. I mean, they're probably not burning up too much. Maybe these guys are running hard, but these guys are coming quick. I mean, you can see them here, and you can actually see the 18 just ahead of this 18. We got 18 and 18 in front of them. The white one and the black one. Get around the lap car of the other 18. We got a 19 down low. Did the 19 just come out of pit road or something? Did they pit?
He just came out of pit road, so I'm curious to see if maybe.
Okay. Well, all right.
I'm watching Larsonator's stream here. I want to see how much fuel he has. They also pit a few laps. They pit on that last caution. Noco and Larsonator were the only 2 cars that pit on that last.
Did they? We got another car coming to pit road, so gas is going to be an issue.
They have 6 laps left of fuel for the 0 car, and I would imagine the 60 as well. So I would believe that the other cars have 3 or 4 laps left of fuel.
Okay, so definitely going to have green flag stops. All right, well, Smoke and NRG, this is going to be very important for you guys to try to keep and monitor the YouTubes there. Oh, we went just to that. The 18 decided to pit and made a late move to pit road right in front of the 60, and it cost the 60 big time on time.
Oh, yes, it did.
I wanted to give a few shout-outs to my my guys over in Alpena, Pennsylvania right now. Some of my best friends have grown up. Thank you guys for tuning in. You got Damian Bloom, Curtis Neff, Jake Bransky, Austin Simmons, Devin Thomas, all you guys, thank you for watching. Appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks guys for tuning in, man. All the viewers, as many viewers as possible, always better, you know. It's great to have people watch that care, that want to see what's going on. You know, I never in my wildest dreams a year ago.
Just got reamed going into pit road by the 60.
Yeah, the 0 to 60, and they're on there together. I wonder if that one of those guys could have accidentally got a pit road speeding penalty.
I don't know, but the leader is coming down pit road. The 88 is now our leader.
They're both on pit road. So the 88 is now the leader. The 22 is coming down pit road, so he's making his stop. So the 88's the leader.
The 0 car had a 30-second pit stop.
Oh, man.
He definitely got nailed with a penalty.
And the 60 is still on pit road, so he must have got a penalty too. All that time they made up on the track. You see him here still on pit road, still on pit road, still on pit road.
Our leader,
oh, no.
appears to be coming down pit road right now, so that.
Yep, there he comes.
Make our leader. Who's that behind him?
Should cycle back around to, well, the 22 is on pit road now, maybe. The 0 is now off pit road. The 0 and the 60 are hurting big time now.
Yeah.
Would it be the 18 car?
Back in 9th place.
Would it put the 18 of Twisted out front?
I'm not sure. I believe that was a car that tried to get on pit road and got into the 60. I'm not sure here. Larsonator's back in 9th, so we're not going to be able to see who exactly the leader is right now.
If Smoke Fan, if you could go to Twisted's YouTube, we can actually see that, and I will send you the link to that right now, Smoke.
Who is in the lead right now?
That's what we're trying to find out.
Larsonator is in 8th. Make that 7th.
AK in the lead?
Smoke. Twisted is on Twitch streaming right now, so if you could hit that up, that'd be great. Okay, what I've just been told is the 22 is the leader, just in front of the 18. So the 22 is cycled around. The 22 is the leader.
We got the 3 down pit road. We got a couple cars on pit road here. Right along with the 22. I'm wondering, with that penalty, I believe everyone has pit now. With that penalty, though, I'm wondering if the 60 and the 0 car are a lap down. He's getting ready to cross the stripe on his stream now, and it says that there is 20 laps to go.
Okay, possibly the 88. Actually, Smoke Fan, do me a solid. Smoke or NRG, one of you, go into the party and find out who the leader is, and we'll be able to tell from there. And then jump back in and let us know.
Will do. Do they even have a party open?
Yeah, we definitely saw the 60 kind of get knocked down pit road there. It's very unfortunate for him, and unfortunately, he gets the penalty just the way the game kind of catches you entering pit road. It's very unfortunate. Hopefully he can recover. He's probably going to need a caution to recover though. So it looks like we said possibly the 88 out front. I'm not sure where the 16 comes into play here. I don't know if we've seen that car up here most of the night. Maybe a bit of a strategy move.
I do not have access to any of the party chats.
Me either.
What do you think?
To go. Larson is back in fifth, so him in the 60s.
I think we're coming to 17 to go right now. If the 22 car is the leader, I believe we have 17 to go.
Just found out we have another person watching the stream. Just wanted to give a shout out to Connor Holobenko. Thanks for joining. He's one of my buddies growing up.
Looks like we got the 88, the 22, and the 18 is what I'm being told from our audience, which is somewhat embarrassing. They have a better idea than we do, but we do appreciate it. So 18, 22, 18, 88, 22, 18, and that's the white 18 out there. See if we can get to the 88.
88 is in front of the 22, so that also makes sense.
Yeah, there we go.
It didn't look like the 88 or the 22 had any issues on getting on pit road. A lot of them other guys that were, 4th, 5th, 6th, had some major issues getting on the pit road.
Yeah, some people had trouble slowing down. A couple people got knocked down pit road. And actually, before the 60 even pit, he was just running his laps around the track, and one of the cars pitted in front of him. It didn't give him the heads up. And he kind of ran into him. Typically what we like to see, and maybe bad on us that we didn't brief everyone on that, but what we like to see is if you're going to, obviously there's some strategy. You don't want to always let everyone know when you're going to pit, but in real life they give hand signals and stuff to let that know. So what we do is, if you're planning on pitting, we like to see guys pull down to down by the white line on the backstretch, and that's supposed to be a sign to everyone behind them that they're intending on pitting, and you can make adjustments from that. But fortunately, it didn't happen. So that hurt the 60 there when the car pitted, and then a couple laps later, it looks like the 60 got knocked on pit road. So unfortunate for him. But look, the 22 is catching the 88. I think the 22 is going to have the lead here in a second, and this is going to be coming down to how many laps to go?
I believe as they cross the stripe here, they are going to be coming to 13 to go.
Oh, yeah. The 22, I think, unless he makes a mistake or the 88 really plays some serious block. No, the 22, his car just looks so much better right now. He's just,
I wouldn't be surprised
just getting in there.
Some of these guys took 2 tires.
That's a very, very real possibility. I don't think I would. No. So,
You're cutting that short on fuel. If you can get away with taking a half tank or a 1 tank, you might as well take 2 tires.
I think if we were talking maybe like 8, 9, 10 laps after pitting, I'd be maybe 2 tires. But they had to do about 19, 20 once they pitted, right? So, yeah, the 22 is going to make the lead or make the move for the lead, and I'm thinking we're going to see him drive away here. Sorry, I'm trying to get us to the cars here. Sometimes it's a little difficult trying to select a car. It kind of just goes how they load it in the race, not like leader and on back, or even if we had a little ticker on the side that maybe we could select as a broadcaster and go down and select like 22 car or 23 car that had all their names and the numbers and position. That would be pretty sweet. If 704 happens to still be out there watching the race. I know it is late and a lot of people got work tomorrow. I know I got work tomorrow. I got to go there. I'm going to make that bread tomorrow. But I love doing this for the league. I love what we've got here at Midnight Broadcasting Network. And what do you know? We're out here broadcasting at midnight. So it works out perfect. And just before we finish this race, I do want to say thank you to everyone who's watching, who's commenting, who's supporting this, especially just all the fans. Even like I've said this before, I'll say it again. It's very cool to know that real drivers actually come and watch these. So it's like we watch them on Saturday and Sunday, and then they come watch us on like Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Pretty sweet. So thank you very much. Just remember RonanImports.com. Remember Travis Braden at TRBraden1 on Twitter. He's also a WVU alumni, so gotta support the Mountaineers. And I look forward to him winning in the ARCA race at Daytona in just a week or so, I think. And that number 27 RFMS Ford. So just a few laps to go here. The 88 and the 22. The 88 wants a piece. He got passed. Maybe he was just messing with 22. He ain't going anywhere. It looks like he wants a piece. Wants to get that wants to get that lead and get this win. I mean, anytime you can win in a league with the amount of talent and caliber that's in this league overall, it's a big deal. Even the developmental series has some very talented, good guys. So, what we got, NRG? How many laps left?
I believe we have 8 laps to go. It should be 7 as they cross the stripe next time around.
All right. So, any surprises that you've seen, AJ or Smoke Fan?
To be honest, dude, I didn't really expect this 88 to be a part of the big picture today, and honestly, he's been in the top 5 all night long. To be honest, back here in 3rd place, I'm not sure who is in 3rd place at the moment, but I think it's the 18 of Twisted Demon, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, he is in 3rd place. Twisted Demon is. Very bummed out to see. I'm very surprised to see the 60 and the 5 of AK Racing not up front here. And Sellers Fan also had a decent car. Wish they could have kept it up together. They definitely had the 3 most speed in the cars. But well, I guess 22's leading now. I guess kind of joking there, but the 88, probably the biggest surprise of the night, just to be up here, dodging danger.
Yeah.
And yeah, just overall exciting race. Developmental series is really picking up here. Just wanted to say thanks to our fans out there, everyone that makes this possible. We're just getting this started. This channel is just being started, and if you want to be part of this amazing community, we aren't only doing NASCAR. We're doing games like Fortnite, Call of Duty, UFC, F1, Friday the 13th. We're gonna have, if you want to do games and do them professionally, we will come stream stuff. And we have a commentating group, and we are going to make a league and hopefully get the title esports. Maybe make some big kachinga, but not going to focus on that. I'm just going to focus on my 8 intercore guys and MP Roofer and everyone that make this possible. Thank you guys and everyone that's going to be dedicated to this is growing, and I'm ready to go through the growing pains and the bumpy roads, and hopefully we get on a highway and just check forward and eat and get this championship and maybe become the developmental league for the esports and even the NASCAR heat, and maybe get a title on Call of Duty and stuff. We got some pretty good Call of Duty players and everything, and all you fans out there, if you want, go share this with your parents, cousins, sisters, neighbors, strangers, whatever you got, as a 42 hits the wall in front of the leader.
Yeah, I think he was trying to get out of the way there. He saw the leaders coming and wanted to kind of move, but I don't think it's going to change the outcome of the race here. I think the 22 was starting to put a little daylight between himself and the 88, and the 88 just started to struggle there a little bit towards the end, and unless something crazy happens, the 22 is going to probably win this race. And just piggyback on what AJ was saying, I would definitely say even your ex, hit your ex up, you know, when it's like 3 in the morning, but instead of hitting your ex up, being like, hey, you awake, hey, you want to get together, just hit her up and be like, hey, check out my YouTube channel. You know what I mean?
The 88 made a charge through 1 and 2. I believe we are coming to 1 to go when they cross the stripe here.
Oh, is this Mike finished to be a crazy last lap?
Yeah.
Here we
We're
go.
gonna see he's making an aggressive
last
charge.
lap. Brought to you by running imports.
Oh, he's gonna arc it out. He might pull a crossover right here, boys.
This is gonna be exciting.
Oh, he lost it.
Oh no, that high line. He's gonna get a run off of 2 here.
Nah, that 22.
Oh, he tried to dip it down. Oh man.
22 won this race.
I know 22 goes down low and hits the apron here, though. You know, just anything. You got to get to the line. Here we go. He's going to get a little bit of a run.
He's coming.
Don't make a mistake.
Pretty smooth run. He didn't make one mistake all night. And he brought it home. Good run, 22.
Good job by the 22. Nice to see a nice little tight, close finish there. You know, that was cool though, right? And everybody ran well, pretty low on the cautions. You know, just a couple mistakes, but nothing crazy. I was glad to see it. Congratulations.
So as the race ends here, we have Celtics fan in first, X Intimidator in second, third place is Twisted Demon, AK Racing, Noco, Larsonator in sixth. Creed in 7th, Trek in 8th, Vice Tony in 9th, from the back in 10th, MP Roofer 11th, Baker Bones 12th, RKM 13th, and Mystic Wall in 14th.
Can you type the top 5 in the YouTube chat?
It is Celtics, Intimidator, Twisted, AK, NOCO.
I have a screenshot.
I got
in
it
the
right,
YouTube
yeah.
chat.
Yeah, I got it right here too, Joe.
P1 Celtics, P2 Intimidator, right?
Yep. P3 is Twisted, P4 is AK Racing, and P5 is NOCO.
Fastest lap of the race was by... Hold on, I'll tell you in a second. Was by Celtics fan, 30.669. Yeah, makes sense. And Intimidator was number 2. Go figure. Twisted, P3, P4 was 2. I'm sorry. I'm trying to do a couple things at once.
What position?
P4.
AK Racing.
AKA.
It's just
AKA.
AK Racing.
Okay. And then P5 was 2.
NOCO. After all that trouble he had, he came back to 5th.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did.
Hey, they're still bounced back to finish 6th. Pretty good run out of them boys for how.
All right, let's see here. I'm going to go to the vehicles and get the 22. We'll get somebody want to invite Celtics in here. We'll get him an interview. Who drives a 22 car in real life? Anybody know? I don't know.
Austin Cindric.
Austin Cindric. Look at you, man, with the names.
I don't have Celtics on my friends list, y'all.
I have one.
We drove the blue. There it is, right there. There's your winner, right there. Well, that was an overall good race. I liked it. You know, it was pretty clean. Yeah, a couple incidents here and there. No, you know, that's gonna happen. It's racing. I've never seen a. I've only seen like really like what in real life, one real like perfect.
TJ McGowan, aka Bags 475 here, commented in the chat. He is one of our featured drivers, and we are very glad to have him on board for the Midnight Broadcasting Network. He is going to be a major factor in this going forward, just like everyone. But just wanted to give him a shout out. Thanks for tuning in. I know you have work in the morning. Make sure you go share with your family, Bags, if you already haven't, which I imagine you have. But all you fan base, get everyone in here, man. We want this huge. Like I said, every game, everything. Go follow our Twitter page at the Midnight Game with a 5 at the end. Instead of an E, it's a 5. Also, go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have a goal here. First 6 months, we want to be up to almost 1,000 subscribers, and we have some very good ideas to express for you guys. We're probably gonna have a podcast and an introduction video for all of our drivers and different kinds of league producers and runners coming up here soon. Also, if you guys are interested, add us. We'll get you in the developmental chat. Like I said, anyone's welcome. Anyone's on board. We will develop you guys into being the greatest racers. Or we have people that are better than others at like Fortnite and COD and stuff, and we can develop you guys to being possibly. This group has a chance to make this an esports tag, and if that happens, who knows? You can end up being rich out of the whole ordeal. Esports is a big thing nowadays, and most parents don't believe how much you can make from gaming, but gamers like Ninja and all them, they're almost making $1 billion revenue just playing video games. And
dang.
That's true.
Yeah, and here's another thing about who to invite. I just wanted to bring this up too. You know, some of you younger guys, when you're out at the bar, the club, you know, I'm a little older now, I don't go there anymore, but when you're out there and you got people harassing you for your phone number or your Twitter, you know, just give them this Twitter to follow. You know what I mean? Tell them it's yours.
I see one of our other featured drivers, Marcus Edub21 there, commenting in the chat. We are glad to have him on board with us too. He's another guy to keep an eye on. Thanks for tuning in, Marcus.
Yeah, I'm glad to see everyone watching in the race. Looks like everyone had a good race. I didn't see anybody upset with anybody really. So, you know, there's a little disappointment. I know it looks like Noko was a little disappointed there. We'll get him in the booth in a minute, but let's, if you're ready, we'll get on to Celtics. And AJ, just before, I want to have Celtics check to make sure his party settings are always allow. And while he's doing that, if you have anything else you want to add before we start asking questions.
I allow this.
All right, and I'm just gonna give a test here on the stream, so if you just give me a. All right, and I'm just gonna test. Give me a test there. Yeah. All right, and I'm just gonna test. 1 second. Do one more time there, Celtics. Give me a test. Do one more time.
Test.
Celtics, give me a test. Do one more time. Test. Okay, we got you. All right, so there you go. Pulled off the win. Race number 2 in the Midnight Broadcasting Network Developmental League teaser race. So, how do you feel about that win?
I feel like I had a fast car, but it was a pretty lucky race, I guess, because there was 2 fast guys up there. I think it was Noco and AK. And they both got into accidents at the end of the race here, so it kind of helped me out a little bit. Yeah,
but it looked like you was up there most of the night, so definitely probably maybe helped a little bit, but you had a fast car to contend. How about those last few laps? Take me through that. I mean, the 88s, you make the move. You get around the 22. Or I'm sorry, you get around the 88. You got the lead. The laps are winding down. I'm sure you're seeing it, but the 88's kind of back there. What were you thinking those last couple of laps? Were you nervous at all? Were you kind of sweating, excited? What was going through your mind?
I was very nervous. I saw him every lap, every out of the corner, every corner. He was catching me really hard, but I could run it down the bottom of all the way through the turn, so that gave me a little room for the rest of it. So it was pretty. I was really shaking. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes you see that checker flag coming, and you want to make sure that you're, hitting the line right and not making mistakes, and you got a guy pressuring you. But look, man, you stayed out there. You got the win, got that checkered flag. So that's your second race so far. Did you race last night?
No, I did not.
Okay, so look, you're 1 for 1. You're batting 1,000 right now, so can't beat that. So, hey, congratulations, man. And I think tomorrow night is when I think the points are going to start coming into play at Iowa. So make sure get out there and get ready for that Iowa race, and we'll see you tomorrow night.
All right, thank you.
Thanks.
Good job. Thank you.
All right, if you want to get energy, you want to get Intimidator and ask the questions?
Gotcha, buddy. I suggested, who's the party owner?
AJ.
Actually be AJ. And I just want to see, I know some people are that were watching the race, and they got busy days tomorrow. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who watched the race again tonight, and thanks we know you guys have been watching some of us in the Elite Series, but I know it means a lot to these guys in the Developmental Series. So I think some of these guys might have even been their first ever race that's ever been broadcast live on YouTube. So thanks for watching, guys, and we're going to talk to the top 5 here. And Intimidator is here in the party. He finished second, and he's NRG is going to take the mic.
Hey. Pretty good. You ought to be feeling pretty good after that second place finish there.
Yeah, I didn't know. I thought with, Smoke Van threw his setup under the car today, and, first time running it. I thought it was the same setup, so that's why I didn't use mine. But, it had looked good. I had to, do some adjustment time.
Sorry, didn't want to cut in on you here though, but real quick, can you check your party settings real quick and make sure you have your voice allowed to always allow? Just because we're having trouble here on YouTube here, maybe I have to restart that question, but sorry about that.
Party. There we go.
Give it a quick test. Give me a test. Sorry about that.
Test.
Give it a quick test. Give me a test. Sorry about that.
Test.
Okay, you're good. Sorry about that. Yep, you're good to go. All right, Energy, go ahead.
So yeah, getting up there to second place. I mean, there was a long green flag run there. When that last caution came out, did you know you were going to have to pit one more time, or did you? You kind of seemed like them top guys there. You guys just raced it out. You didn't really try to save gas. You guys were just kind of going at it. Just kind of want to know.
I was just trying to get myself into the best position possible to try to get the win. I raced with a few of the guys that were up there in front before, so kind of knew what they were kind of doing. So just tried to conserve tires, running the middle groove, going to the outside, and then coming back down. I knew I was going to lose some time on my laps and fall back a little bit early in the race, but I kind of figured with everybody running the bottom, I try to stay one line up and try to conserve fuel a little bit, so that way I can get a longer green flag run than everybody else. Cautions came out the way they did in the beginning and everything, but overall it was a really good race. It was thanks Smoke Fan for putting that setup out there. I have a cup setup. It's relatively really good, but I thought it was a fixed setup, so I put that in, never drove it, and had to do some adjustments on it, wedge, tire pressures, and whatnot, but it ran pretty good, and once I got a few laps under my belt, felt really good, and towards the end there, tires just gave out a little bit. Congratulations to Celtics there. I didn't want to try to push the issue too much with him. It was my first time racing with him, I believe, but he got around me. I seen him coming. My car started breaking loose a little bit there on entry, so I started running a little higher groove. I was hoping that his tires were going to start giving out a little bit there, at the last 5 laps or so. The last 2 laps of the race, I had a really good run and caught back up to him. We had to get past that lap car. Once that happened, car kind of came back to me and just didn't have enough in it to get to the back bumper to get on the side of him for the pass at the checkered flag. But it was a great race, and thank you guys for letting me be a part of this. Looks like it's going to be a fun ride this year.
Yeah, you guys definitely did a great job there at the end. You racing tomorrow night at Iowa?
Yes, I'll be there.
All right, man. We look forward to seeing you then, and we'll let you go. We're going to get who we got coming in here next?
From the back.
From the back being here next. But, yeah, overall, good race tonight, man, and looking forward to watching it from here on out.
All righty, man. I appreciate it, guys. Thank you, and you guys have a great night.
AJ, just want to confirm, was P3 twisted or was it from the back?
Yeah, it's twisted. It's twisted.
Yeah, twisted. Let's get twisted in here.
I don't know if I'm friends with him.
I have him as a friend.
And what we'll do, I know we're live on the mic, but let's just make sure we'll get a quick test. Make sure he's got his party settings to always allow. And as you guys can imagine, many of us have them on not allow, because trust me, you probably don't want to hear some of the stuff in our streams when we're racing. So I just of course we love to listen to the real guys when they're racing because it's pretty funny. But we'll get him in here and we'll check. And I think AJ, you take this one.
All right. Yo, Twisted Demon. How are you today?
Pretty good. How are you?
This is AJ Storm 77 speaking to you here. Just wanted to say thank you for being part of this, and hopefully you help make this grow. How was your run tonight? You kind of shook my head and kind of made me turn some eyes on you tonight. You finished in the top 5. Just want to say congrats on that. How was your car throughout the race?
It was really tough at the beginning of the run, considering I was starting from the back of the pack. I didn't really get a great qualifying run in, but once I was able to kind of maneuver around some of the other guys there and make the adjustments I needed to on pit road, we were a pretty consistent car up until a point where tires kind of fell off, and then I would slide up the racetrack a little bit and I'd lose the groove. But whenever I was able to keep it sticking on the bottom, I was pretty quick. And Smoke Fan's setup obviously was on point, at least from my point of view and from my usage there. So a big shout out to him. And yeah, it was a lot of fun out there. And congrats to Celtics fan there. He had a fast car, and X there for being there at the end. A lot of great competitive racers out there, and look forward to seeing everybody race a lot more.
Are you going to be part of help making this grow into a huge community?
Yes.
All right. If you have anyone on your friends list, even your family or whatever, that would like to subscribe, follow our Twitter page, and help promote this, and even add them to the developmental chat. We want as many people as possible throughout this. And if you can help, we'll enjoy it, and we'll consider you one of our featured guys. Like I said, we're all family here.
Sounds great. I look forward to it.
Congrats on your top 5 finish, and it was fun having you in the booth.
Thank you, and I appreciate the opportunity and for letting me race, and I'll be racing at Iowa tomorrow, so look out for me there.
Go make some noise.
All right, you guys have a great night, guys.
Yeah, you too.
Good on, brother.
All right, so
we go.
P4 tonight was AK Racing and the number 5. Let's get him in here.
I'll get him in.
And Smoke Fan will be the questioner. The interviewer. What am I saying? Oh my God, I have a degree and I'm talking like crazy. C's get degrees, fellas.
I just wanted to say congrats on the page. We have officially reached 390 real-time views. So
Wow.
that is a huge thing, and we are up to 59 subscribers. And this page has literally only been up for about, I'd say maybe 32 hours, 34 hours now. So
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's serious.
To Smoke Fan, go ahead, Smoke.
And real quick, Smoke, before you start, AK, can you just make sure that your party settings are set to always allow?
He should be good. We did an interview with him last night.
Okay, that's it. All right, sorry. Go ahead, Smoke Fan.
Okay, this is Smoke Fan. Just want to talk to you about your P4 tonight. You qualified second. You looked strong all night. How did you feel about your car? Was it a good run for you?
Shoot, that one, I was just hanging on the whole race, man. Through stage 1, I made some adjustments. Still, man, I was chasing the car all night. Center off, just loose.
It's still a good run for you.
Yeah.
I just wanted to pitch in here, Smoke. AKA, you are going to actually be in our Cup Series. You did a really good showing tonight. You did a really good showing last night, and tonight you actually ran a nice, clean race there. He was the number 72 Chevy out there tonight at Pocono. He was pretty much in the back all night, minding his own business, but he is going to be one of the featured guys here. And I'm very glad to have him be a part of this.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
Go ahead, Brandon. You can continue your interview.
Yeah, I can't wait. You had a strong run last night, another strong run tonight. Are you excited about running the Cup Series with us? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, man, tonight was just getting adjusted to running around, you guys. A lot of you guys haven't run around. So, yeah, just getting used to your guys' driving styles and just trying not to be aggressive right off the start,
Yeah,
Another thing, tomorrow night we're going to let you run into the Iowa race just because you were already signed up for it. But starting next week, be focused on racing in the Cup. Start focusing on regular setups. Our first race won't be for another couple of weeks. The week at the Daytona 500 is pretty much going to be our first race. So get those setups rolling. We're glad to have you. Hopefully you're in for the long run commitment and loyalty. Try to get as many subscribers and get people to come to the Developmental Series. Tell them about it. Tell them how cool it is. Tell them that it's ran by a very organized group and a bunch of great guys.
Oh, absolutely, man. Yeah, a lot of good guys behind this. Look forward to what the future brings, man.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, buddy.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Hey, good
All
job
right.
tonight.
And our
Thanks.
our P5 finisher tonight was Doko. I think he was a lot of guys' picks to win tonight. So let's get him in here, and we'll let Smoke's a big fan of him, but whichever one of you guys want to, take the lead on this one.
Let's all chime in.
Everyone throw him a question.
What car was he in tonight, by the way? I just want to get over to that.
60 car.
60 car, that's right.
Taking
The
old
old
sloppy
Sunny
Joe's
D.
fame.
Yeah.
Sloppy Joe's a good guy, guys. If you guys want, you can go out and give him a subscribe too if you already haven't. AKA Joe Meister.
What's up, guys?
What's up, buddy?
How was your car tonight? I saw you ran into some trouble. You were obviously the fastest between the first two stages. I say you had a definite top 5 car tonight, top 3 speed. Very proud of your effort tonight. This is 2 nights in a row, and you got through running our featured Cup Series tonight at Pocono for the $25 PSN card. You did very good in that, and you are most likely going to stay in the Cup Series just like AK. You guys are going to be featured drivers. You obviously are going to be allowed to run the Iowa race tomorrow night if you can make it. since you were already set up. But starting next week, be ready to move up and focus on the custom setups. We'll let these guys talk to you a little bit.
Cool. Well, I appreciate it, guys.
I got a question for you here. I seen, like AJ mentioned, you were the fastest car in the first 2 stages, and I seen a car try to get down on pit road right in front of you there in the 3rd stage. I'm not sure who exactly that was, but moving forward, once you were trying to get on pit road, I was watching Larsonator stream, and I seen the 2 of you make contact getting on the pit road. If you don't mind, explain. It seemed like pit road got the best of a few people tonight.
Yeah, I'm just going to let you guys know I'm really disappointed in the effort tonight. I had 2.5 tenths on the field. I was just biding my time those first 2 stages, saving the equipment, made a couple of air pressure adjustments. I mean, honestly, man, I got to give all the credit to Smoke. The guy's fast. All you guys are fast. I just appreciate this opportunity. But we had a little run-in. It was something that could have been easily avoided, especially since we were in the chat together. So it's one of those things where if you're pitting, just go down to the white line on the backstretch, please, so I don't careen into your car and cause myself to have to go down pit road. I mean, one thing led to another, and I feel like the race just compounded from there, and just things took me out where it was out of my control.
For sure. He had a good run, Noko, though. Locked up both stages, qualified on the pole, led a bunch of laps. Like you said, though, just bad circumstances with people not checking up the right way on pit road, but it's all a learning process.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I mean, we talked about it. I'm not too upset about it. I know this is the 2nd race, and a lot of these guys, it's their first one in here. And, like I said, I'm just happy to be here, and I'm just really thankful and appreciative for the opportunity and, all the knowledge that you guys possess with these cars. And I know that it's only going to get better from here. But I really got to, Celtics, great win for him. I know AK was up in the mix, Intimidator, he snuck in there. Those are great guys, man. We raced well together. Definitely fast guys that I would think that with some improvement or some tweaking that, they should have their shot too eventually. And, I'm just glad we didn't have a super caution fest tonight. That's what I'm thankful for. It was a fairly clean race. It was. Yeah. The only issue was we did have one incident where somebody hit me, and there was no caution, and I was like, okay, well, that's weird. There's a car flipping 20 feet in the air, but there's no caution.
Yeah, we saw that.
But a car tapped the wall and goes sideways, and we have a caution. That's why I was like, well, what the hell is this? But, great job, guys, in the booth. I've been listening to the stream. You guys are awesome. I can't say good things enough. This stream's definitely, this whole channel, this whole league, man, this whole community is going to grow. It's going to explode, and it's just the beginning from here.
No, we're happy to have it, man.
Appreciate that.
If you have, like I said, was in the chat, I'm gonna keep hoarding people with this because we want to reach that 750 subscribe mark. We are going to actually have well-timed marks, and 100 subscriber, 200 subscriber, 300 subscriber. Anytime we hit a number, be expecting a reward, like a $10, $15 gift card. Like, we're going to have different things going on. Wow. Noko, I hope you're here for the long run. I hope you're here to promote us. We're glad to have you.
I know it's time to Chip Ganassi. Noko, you're here to stay, brother.
What's up, Smoke? You the man, boy.
Yeah. Stay, Noko.
There he is. Well, I got the man right there.
Guess you
Yeah,
guys
man.
just heard of
Like I said, guys, I gotta give all the credit to Smoke because he is one hell of a coach, man.
Hey,
He
you
showed
drove
me
the
what
car,
needed to be
though. I
done.
didn't drive it.
Man, it was rough there for a little while, and I was looking up, and I'm like, shit, here he comes. He's just sending me a message. I'm like, okay, cool. It's like reading a fucking playbook in Madden, I'm like, going 180 miles an hour, and I'm like reading the playbook.
Check the language. We don't have a delete button, so it's okay.
Yeah.
This is PG-13. We're allowed one, so that was it. We waited till the end, but
That's it. That's all we're getting. I'm sorry, guys. The frustration's real. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and I want to tell you that I mentioned during the race about to go and blow the line there to let people know, and just something that maybe we just kind of failed to mention, like a rule, but we'll make sure we get that out to everyone. And like we said, these are just some teaser practice races. Tomorrow night, the real thing really happens, and we'll make sure everyone's on the same page. But man, you ran a great great race, looked good, and got a lot of TV time tonight. And you got a lot of guys that look. There's guys that have photo shoots tomorrow with the race car team that were sitting here watching y'all race. So that's pretty cool, and had a great race, man.
I mean, the car was stout, guys. I couldn't ask for anything better. It was fun. A couple of, unfortunate incidents, but, overall it was a great race, and just, hats off to those guys ahead of me in the top 4. They ran a clean race as well, and, I can't say nothing but good things about all those guys. They're great out there, and I was really impressed. We had a fairly large field tonight and very few incidents, and that's all you can ask for.
All right, Noko, thank you for your time, and we look forward to seeing you in the future.
All right, AJ Smoke, thanks, guys. NRG, you guys are awesome.
Have a good one, buddy.
You too, guys.
All right, everyone, and I just wanted to and congratulations again to NoCode there, and I just wanted to say something too, like kind of what AJ was talking about here about how we're going to start doing giveaways. I'm actually getting a die-cast WVU car from Travis Braden that's going to be autographed, and we're going to find a way or something to kind of do to give away for like our viewers and likes and things like that. So we got a lot of cool stuff coming forward here.
I wanted to say before we end the stream here, I couldn't thank you guys enough for coming to be a part of something special. This is our group. All of us guys have a say in this. I want to thank WVU personally for promoting this. Brandon, that's aka Smoke Fan, B1420. Thank you for all you've done with your setups, trying to promote this, and coming on board. NRG, we just met probably about 2 or 3 months ago. You came strong on me. I really appreciate the things you've done. He also has another gamer tag people know him by, and T something. We're not going to go into there, but thanks for all you do, Dylan. Really
I'm on the mic.
Yeah, there you go. I like that.
Also, just wanted to say thanks to Bags for bringing me to meet you guys. He actually proposed to Chris to bring me up to the league, and WVU is actually the first one to notice me, and now we're here. Thank all you guys. We got Marcus Slade. Slade's a really good young youth guy. Pats. He actually
another
the
guy
former
that's not
boxer.
been around in a while is New World Order. WVU knows New World Order. He's another one that will be back soon, y'all, and he's a stout competitor as well. There's a lot of good names in this league.
Just wanted to pay my respects to the Impact Racing League. You guys developed me well. Chris Morse Jr., thanks for all you've done for me. I really hope the best for you over there at Impact, and good luck to you and your drivers at Esports. Us guys will be pulling for you, but hopefully you're pulling for us the same. Thank you guys. I think it's time for WVU to say the rest, and thank you.
All right, not sure what the rest is other than bye. No, but look, we want to thank everyone for tuning in tonight. We put 2 races on. I know some people are maybe get like, oh man, you guys are racing again. But look, man, we put 2 races on tonight.
I have an idea here, Chris. Or not Chris, JJ. As you're going, as you're leaving the stream, we have a proposed idea, and we're going to start this tonight. Anytime a stream ends, we're going to have a werewolf sound.
Oh, okay.
Or a coyote howl, something along them lines.
Do I have to make it? Is that what you're saying? I have to make the sound?
I can play it on YouTube. It don't matter. I can play it through my mic while you're doing it.
Okay. That's fine. We can do that. But let's get it prepared. When it hit, I guess when it hits, I'll just be quiet. But no, thank everyone for watching tonight. I had a good time with AJ, NRG, and Smoke Fan in the booth. It was a lot of fun. It's something that we're all practicing at. Like we feel like we're pretty good on the track, but getting in the booth to try to put on a product like Roofer does when we're on the track, and just can't say thank you enough to everyone who's followed us, liked us already on Twitter. Like AJ said, 36 hours since all this YouTube page has been up, and it's just going and going, and it doesn't go without all of you watching, listening, all the drivers. So we'll see you tomorrow night at Iowa. We're going to be hitting the cornfield. And, we'll see you guys tomorrow night. This has been another episode of the Midnight Broadcasting Network.